Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. Guess what I have today? Oops. The Master Key System by Charles F. Haanel. I want to talk, I'm just going to take like an excerpt to help us better understand what the focus and concentration from a quantum physics standpoint and from a spiritual manifesting standpoint, all the same thing. What does that mean when you want to create a life, when you want to feel a certain way, when you want to, open up the doors for total manifestation? What is that? What's required of that? So we get very hung up on how to manifest. What are the techniques? Manifest in 5 minutes. I actually do have a 5-minute Seth meditation. Hold on. And that Seth meditation is actually a great example of what it takes to manifest, because you're always manifesting. See, we think, I'm going to manifest. Nope, that thing that you want or don't want, you're already working on it. Because if it's even in your mind as something that you desire, it's already out here being, manipulated by your focus or lack of focus. It's already in your scope right here. It's right here. Everything exists right now. Everything ever did or ever will exist exists right now. It's all here. You don't have to attract anything. I don't know who made that up. There's no law, and there's no law of attraction in the world of science. Science knows that there's nothing to attract. Everything exists. That's great news. You just have to focus on it. Now, focus means to believe it. But so what a lot of people come back and ask me about is, what does that really take? So I want to read a couple things about the concentration, what it really takes. So we're told that man has dominion over all things. This is part 17, page 88. It's part 17. I don't know. We're told that man has dominion over all things. It's established through mind. We are, as human beings, creating our own reality. That's dominion over all things. All right? It's not that something or something, some person or something is creating all this. You, man, has dominion over all things. Each individual expression has the ability to create each individual reality, which is shared by the collective. The collective is experiencing it, but you as an individual get to experience it. That's why it seems like you're so separate from everything, right? The vibrations of mental forces are the finest and the most powerful in existence because we were given free will. So there's nothing random and chaotic. Our mind is actually directing and creating. Ye are all gods, these things you shall do and more. We can create things. Mind allows us to do that. The free will gives us the gift to direct our focus and use these manifesting powers to create those realities. We are accustomed to look upon the universe with a lens of 5 senses, so we have this perception of limitations. But true conceptions are only secured by spiritual insight. It's all those things we don't see that are creating the things we see. So we're so focused on the thing, what's happening, what I see here. I'm so upset and this. And we're so controlled by the material world, we don't realize the true power lies within, and that is mind. This insight requires a quickening of the vibrations of the mind. Okay, that's when we go into the higher frequencies, the quickening of vibrations of the mind, and is only secured when the mind is continuously concentrated on a given direction. Now I could just shut this book. I'll read a little bit more. That line alone is saying the mind is the most powerful tool because we have free will and we're allowed to create. The human is powerful because we get to create each individual reality. So you don't have to worry about what your neighbor is creating. You get to create your own reality. It will shift into something different. What's happening there? It requires concentration. That concentration of mind changes your reality. That focus, that concentration of mind changes your reality. Continuous concentration means an even, unbroken flow of thought. It is the result of a patient, I gotta work on that one, patient, persistent, persevering, and well-regulated system. Now, so here's what happens, and I hear this. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and oh, I'm all excited. I'm raising my frequency. I've been meditating. Blah, blah. Month goes by. It's not showing up. And doubt. It's all broken up, inconsistent, not believing, all over the board, focusing one day, and then thinking the worst the next day, and not realizing you're doing all of it. Why isn't it showing up? What are you thinking and feeling every day? So I just did a video called "What's the Story?" Change the story. It has to be unbroken, persistent, consistent, focus, concentration. Behind that has to be belief. Concentration is much misunderstood. There seems to be an idea of effort or activity associated with it, when just the contrary is necessary. I've had people say, why are you telling me to just think about something and let it go? And I'm telling you that the message to the universe is if you know it and you consistently are focused on it, but it's here, it's already done. There's not effort done in it. It's when you don't believe it or you lose your faith or you have doubt that it's coming in and out and you think you have to work harder because you're not believing. You're not believing in it. So people go, I'll work harder, I'll meditate, I'll focus, I have the thing, I have the thing. And that's just the opposite, because that's really telling the universe you don't have the thing. The greatest of an actor lies in the fact that he forgets himself in the portrayal of his character, becoming so identified with it that the audience is swayed by the realism of the performance. So this will give you an idea of true concentration. You should be so interested in your thought, so engrossed in your subject, as to be conscious of nothing else. That's tough, right? Such concentration leads to intuitive perception and immediate insight into the nature of the object concentrated upon. All right? The immediate insight, so you're connecting to it. With that object, you're in it, you are it. You're creating, it's done. But there's no effort in that. And a lot of us, we're doing the material efforts like, did you see my meditation lighting the candles? You got to go see that. That's pretty funny. Because the bottom line is you don't need all that stuff. You really just have to know that this thing. So when I know things, I see it. It's always here. I'm not working on it, focusing on it. Now I have to break away. I actually know it's already done. I know it's done. Concentration does not mean mere thinking of thoughts, but the transmutation of these thoughts into practical values. There is always the cry to have, but never the cry to be. Most people, they fail to understand that they cannot have one without the other. They must first find the kingdom before they can have the things added. Momentary enthusiasm is of no value. It is only with unbounded self-confidence that the goal is reached. So when I talk to you guys about you're focused on the thing, this will fix my life, I'm unhappy, I have to get this, instead of raising your frequency and going into that space, you're focused on all these things down here, patching things and not believing, they're all over the board. Go to that kingdom. That higher kingdom is that highest frequency where all abundance lies. And I keep saying this. I know you guys don't want to focus on becoming awakened. It seems very uninteresting when you're so focused on, I got to get the money, the relationship, the job, whatever it is you want. When I get that, then I'll focus on enlightenment. It's the opposite. Those are opportunities for you to go into enlightenment, because then it comes from a place of truly releasing the material world and understanding that that is never going to solve any issues. It doesn't take you to a higher frequency. It's going to take you into the lower frequencies, because it will never satisfy you, because that's the ego in action. If you go to the kingdom, what's the kingdom? Everybody says heaven, but let's not go into religious kind of explanations. You can decide what that is. The highest frequency is the reconnecting with the one where all abundance lies. Everything's there. And everything just comes beautifully and effortlessly. But consistent, persistent focus is, all right, let's say you want to, I wanted a movie, right? I knew when I wrote my book it was a movie. I saw it on the screen. I didn't question it. I didn't go, okay, I think it's a movie. And I was, I hope. I knew it. No matter what happened outside in this material world, didn't faze me one bit. I knew it, and I was at peace and very at ease. Saw it on the screen, saw my name, and that's exactly how it unfolded. The movie got produced. Right in the beginning, my name. I saw it 1,000 times. I wasn't surprised when I got the movie deal. What is it you're trying to go after? Now, if you go after something, I did a video on the small stuff and the big stuff. It's because you don't think you can get the big stuff, so you're focusing on the small stuff, and that's what you're getting. It's just that simple. If you're going to focus on something big and you're telling yourself a story that it's ridiculous, it's like there's no way, then that's what you're focusing on. That's the message. There's no effort behind that. It's your belief is just saying, that's it. It's not a higher frequency. Doubt is not faith. You're not in the faith zone, the higher frequency, when you're doubting or questioning anything. Can I really do this? Of course you can. And don't forget, this is a journey of action, taking action. You must put in the effort. Nobody's going to hand this stuff to you. Most of you don't want to do that. Then why'd you come here to live your life? Sit on your butt and eat bonbons? I don't think so. It's about that journey. It's about what it takes to get that thing you want. You may have to put the work in along the way. Be okay. You know it's coming to you. And sometimes it's the work you don't want to do. But if you know that thing is there, and you go, okay, I have to do certain things temporarily right now to get that set up or whatever. But once I achieve my goal, this is all I'm going to look back and think, wow, I'm a bigger, stronger, better person for it. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Miracles. Just relaxed focus of the most powerful tool, the mind, can create whatever. Know this. Concentration does not require you to meditate 8 hours a day. It's knowing, it's being. Be that thing, be that person, be that actor who really believes that they are that character. You are that character, and you can shift into that character and be that character. It's not false. It's a reality that you're choosing, different to the one that you have right now. Is that what you want? Go get it. You can do it. Everything is possible. And you know what? You better go do it, because when you go to the other side, I'm going to say, I told you, you could have done anything. You didn't believe it. You go, doggone it. I had a chance to do all those things. What was that story I told myself? Right? Some silly thing. It's all up to you. Go to that highest frequency and share that energy with the world. Namaste.